Greetings. When we last left our heroes, they were out in the mountains north of Salem, hunting for gaunt brains. Fortunately, they found them. Unfortunately, the brains are still in very healthy, very angry, and hungry gaunts. Last episode, we asked ourselves whether our party was the hunted or the hunters. And welcome to episode 19, a bit of both. So what we have 2 hunter gaunts and 2 fledgling gaunts, and they are airborne, and that's what this purple is going to represent. They're airborne and out of melee reach. When they swoop down to attack, they will momentarily be down in melee reach for that round. If they hit the ground trying to death embrace someone, they of course will be on the ground and thus in melee reach. But otherwise, these things have the distinct advantage of the party being woefully unprepared missile-wise to bring down one of these things from a distance. So we've got initiative ready and set up. Let's see how this combat goes. I'm actually a little concerned, to be quite honest with you. So let's roll 8d12. And so Rorik is a 12. Martin is a 6. Tiny is a 10. Old Ted's a 10. And the gaunts are 7, 10, 6, and 11. So Rorik is going to go first. Now, what are these guys doing? That's a good question. Oh my goodness, I have no idea. I'll tell you what we will do. It would behoove them to get against something to avoid potentially the flyby. The swoop attack, right? If you're up against, there's no walls, unfortunately. But boy, if you were in a ditch here or up against the wall, it would, like if you were right down here, then you might be somewhat protected from that kind of attack. If you were up against a tree trunk, you might be protected from kind of a swooping attack because, you know, how are they going to swoop down to get you without ramming something against the tree? So I think Rorik goes 1, 2, 3, 4. He will shift over. And he has an 8 move. So he goes 4 of it and he's going to roll tactics. Aha. Tactics. His tactics is a 9 still. I'm going to say this is a little bit, this is a little rough. This is a 12. But he does make it. So he does get a tactics check and indeed makes it by a little bit so he has 4 of them. That'll be his 5th, hopefully. So that's going to go up soon. So I'm going to say, let's give him, oops, I just closed Rorik. Darn it, don't close Rorik. So GM rolled an 18. We rolled a 21. We made it by 3. Let's give him three tactics. And we don't need to see this anymore. So we actually have 3 rerolls coming. So that's good. That's good. Good for him. But that is his action. Fledgling B is going to circle around. Right, Hunter B. Ooh, okay. I think we're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I think we look for a target. 1. He's going to go for Rorik. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So he's going to come down, swoop in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And he's going to end up there. And we're going to put him in the air, but attackable. That's what that will mean, I suppose. And he's going to swoop by with a 14 attack. These things are nasty. They have a 14 attack. And they do 2d8 with their talons. Rorik has a defense of 12. So 14 to 12. This guy's up by 2. He is going to hit. Not by much, but he's going to hit. I will make a macro. I'll be back. Okay, so he swoops by. He rips his talons down onto our guy here. We don't need pressers in there. We don't need wolves in there right now. We're going to need another one in a minute, but that's fine. Fledglings at some point. He does 6 damage in location 4, so he hits him in the arm, which makes sense. Now, we bought Rorik armor. Yay! We bought him defense 2, so he's going to take 4 points of damage. Because for the longest time, I didn't have armor on his arm, and he would take a lot more damage there. So Hunter B swoops by, slashes at his arm, as Rorik is sort of running for the cover of this tree trunk here, which I assume. So there's a barrier right there. Like this might be a little bit of a barrier to them swooping past. This might be, right? I'm just highlighting a little bit of possible bits which might help us down here, although that's quite the ways. So we'll just keep those on for now. All right, so old Ted goes. Oh, geez. I think old Ted's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, he's going to go up, really up against this thing here. And I do need to figure out, he's here. And he's going to face like this. Right? So he's going to put himself against that tree trunk. Done. Tiny. I mean, I think Tiny's going to make a run for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a charge. He's going to face like that, though. He doesn't want to get necessarily swooped by Hunter A. So he's going to charge in, cudgel in hand, try to make that shot. He is flanking, strangely. Because of the way the flyby works, that's probably not ideal. We probably need to figure something out there for these guys. But that's good for Tiny at the moment. So let's not look a gift. So we have a 13. -2 is 11. And the Gaunt's defense is going to be 11. So it's 11 to 11, pretty much. Or, it might be 10 to 11, because we might have a -1 to hit, too. Because, yeah, so my guess is 10 to 11. 13, -2, -3, yes. So we're down by 1. Sucks a little bit. We got a 0. I'm going to spend one of Tiny's inspiration to add 1 to that, and that's going to let us hit. So we're down to 1. So we spent 1. Done. But Tiny does hit. So he charges up, terrified by these things. And he does 11 damage to the wing, because the 3 is the wing. Ooh, that's interesting. So if we look at the Gaunt, their wings, so it's H-Cal, head, chest, arms, and legs. On the arms, which are the wings, they have 0 defense. That's the weakest spot they have. He's going to do 11 damage then to that wing. And that will be a 1-die wound. So let's mark this guy for 11 damage. So he now is down to 25. And the 1D wound in the arm is what? What the hell is it? It's an arm. It is a 6 wound. Bleed 1, impair 1. Oh. Bleed 1, impair 1. So he smashes that wing. Does that thing come crashing down, impaired? Let's give it a check. Let's give it a save. Let's give this thing a save. It has a save. Generally, saves are 12s. This save is probably something like skill, which is a 14. So we're going to give him a 14 save, -1 because he's impaired. So 13. 13 versus, we'll say the DL. I'm just making this shit up. We'll say that DL is a 12, maybe? Oh, he's going to blow it. So this thing ends up on the ground. And then turns to face Tiny. Right, because he took an impairing wound. He is knocked to the ground. He gets back up on his feet. And he, stares down Tiny a little bit. But that's Tiny's attack. Hunter A. I mean, it's Rorik or Martin are the obvious ones, but I will give him... you know what? Tiny is slightly isolated. I'm going to give them a chance to go after Tiny as well. So I'm going to say... let's do a 1d3. Tiny will be 1, Rorik will be 2. Rorik, he goes after Rorik. 1, 2, 3. I actually need... I apologize. I actually need slightly more opacity in... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Hunter A is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And he's going to be in melee range momentarily. And he swoops down past Rorik and tries to get a hit on Rorik. And he is going to get a hit on Rorik. And that's going to be an auto wound, which I'm a little concerned about. I don't like it. Let's make him re-roll that. We do take a gear check, though. So Rorik's going to take a gear check. Rorik is going to mark off an inspiration because you don't. I typically do not want to take an auto wound. Would be my guess. And we're going to make him roll again, but he does still hit. He does hit, but he just doesn't do an auto wound. I think I can take that. 8 damage in the 10. That is the leg. Rorik has 2 defense on the leg. That is 6 damage. So that is very different from a wound. Sucks, but it's different than a wound. Fledgling A is going to circle around this round. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. Waiting for the chance to attack. And now Martin is going to go. So I think Martin is going to run 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to face with his back to the rock here and crouch down a bit, with the idea being that he is going to protect himself or try to protect himself against the swoop. And his second half face, he's going to pull out a chill. So he now has a chill in the left hand, ready to throw. And that is the end of round 1. And we should be wary. We should not be spending inspiration yet. We should be spending tactics if we can manage. Just because it's typically a better deal, tactics regens easier, and so on. So I am going to give back inspiration here, and I'm going to give back an inspiration to Tiny. Where's Tiny, Tiny, Tiny? And they both used one, but they can use tactics the same way, and tactics comes back easier. So we're down to 1 tactics point, though. We burned all of our tactics on the first round almost. And remember, the fledglings are going to come in here in a minute. So we do have that problem. So the question is, do we want to re-roll initiative? I think we're good. I think we're okay. Because I think Rurik going first is not a bad way. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And face like this, down. And we're going to attack this guy who's on the ground momentarily. So his defense is a 13, but 12 because he's injured. And I think Rurik has a 12 now. Yeah, Rorik's a 13, -1 is a 12. So it's 12 on 12? That's not the worst. And we're gonna hit by 1. Rorik's gonna do 9 damage in the chest. That's not amazing, but it's okay. They have 2 in the chest. He's gonna take 7 more, but that is not a wound. Yeah, it's 2 in the chest. Defense, we need to do 11 effectively because you took 2 off, so you need 9. Done. Fledgling B is going to come in. Fledgling B's move is a 10. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he cannot actually get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He could try to swoop Martin, but Martin is down near the rock. So I would argue that gives him, quote unquote, a little bit of cover from the swoopy attack. But I think that's all he can reach. Yeah, so I think Fledgling B, not being amazingly smart, he's a kid after all, flies in. Oops, I'm gonna just real quick. Flies in, tries to take a swipe at Martin, and he's going to leave himself maybe a little vulnerable there. We'll see. But first, he takes a swipe at Martin. Martin has a block of... So he's holding his sword up there. He's got a 10. It's going to be a 10. His defense effectively is a 10... 10, 9, 7. Okay. I'm going to give him a +2 defense, let's say, because he is next to that rock, and so he can sort of duck behind it, that kind of thing. So his defense is a 12. The fledgling misses him. Done. Hunter B has to bleed. So we're going to roll his bleed right now. Bleeds, ooh, bleed 5. So what happens is he bleeds for a hit point. So he only takes a point. But the bleed gets worse. He is bleed 2 now. So next round will be 2 points, and so on. So bleeding is dangerous. It gets worse as you go on in the fight. If you roll a 5 or 6 on the 1d6, your bleed goes up by 1. If you roll a 1, then that bleed goes away. Oh, geez. Well, do you think that Hunter won? So I'm going to say on a 1 through 4, Hunter 1 is going to try to attack or wrap up one of the two guys fighting it. If we roll a 5 through 12, he will try to take to the air again. Or how about 1 through 5? 1 through 5, he's going to attack one of these guys. Let's do that. Like I want to see that death embrace. Do I? No, I don't really. 1 through 5. 5. Roll. We'll do 1d12 again. 1, 2, 3. Well, low is Tiny, high is Rorik. He goes for Tiny. Ah, jeez. Okay. Is he going to grab Tiny, or is he just going to try to rake Tiny with his talons, his ostrich? Like, I'm going to say it's a grab on a 1, 2. The only problem with the grab is he does no damage this round. Let's say 50-50. 1d12. 1 through 6 is a grab. 9. He rakes Tiny with his talons. So Tiny's defense, he rolls a 1 above. Tiny's defense is 12. The gaunt has a 13 attack because he is impaired. So the gaunt is going to hit Tiny. Oh, 12 damage in the leg. So he rakes his leg. Oh, 12 damage. That's a lot of damage. That knocks him to 20. Tiny has no armor. That's Tiny's problem. So he's going to take all 12 damage as his leg like opens up and blood starts, seeping out of that wound. It is a wound, and indeed Tiny has what? Tiny's wound number is 9. He took 12. Ooh, that is a 2-die wound, which means the gaunt gets to roll twice and take the worst result. He rolls a 6 and a 9. This could be bad for Tiny and our heroes here. In the leg, a 6 is going to be bleed and impair, and a 9 is going to be cripple impair. Barely matters. Bleed impair, cripple impair. Let's just say 50-50. Low is bleed. He bleeds him. So Tiny takes bleed 1. And then an impairment. And that is a wound. That is a 12-point wound. So we need to make sure we mark that down so that we can... so we have a 12-point wound. Leg. Impair. Doesn't super matter yet, but we'll just mark that down so we know. Done. Okay, that was the hunter. He did a number on Tiny's leg. Old Ted. Come on, Old Ted. What do you got? I think Old Ted does have a bow. I'm not a super fan of old Ted just taking random pot shots, but I think he'll shoot at fledgling B. He's going to miss. If old Ted hits whatchamacallit, I'm going to be so... If he hits Martin, I'm going to be pissed. He does not hit Martin, but he does miss the guy. We should have rolled tactics and not taken that hit, but maybe. So Tiny's going to bleed 1. His bleed is going to go up to a 2. And he's going to take a hit point. He is going to try to finish off 1 here. He is going to swing out. You can make a 1 hex move as long as you remain in contact with the base, with your opponents here. And so he did that so that he now is not flanked by Hunter A either. He is going to take a shot on the Hunter there. His attack, I believe, is a 12. And the Hunter, this is his second defense. He is a 9, I believe. So I think it's a... I think he's up. I think he's going to hit. So Tiny does hit. Tiny does 9 points in the arm again. So that's 9, but the wound is going to be a graze. Because you see I rolled a 1. So at this point, what do we think Hunter A does? I think he has... So he cannot do another flyby just yet because he's got to gain the altitude again to do it, which essentially means he gets to wheel around and get back up out of range, which he certainly could do. And maybe that's a 1 through 4. That's one option. He gets out of range, right? So he prepares for a new swoop. Prepare, swoop. That's one option. Second option would be to charge Tiny or charge Rorik or charge Martin. So I think he has those 4 options. I think he has those 4 options. I don't know. I mean, I think we random it, but do we want... Because he could fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and essentially land for all intents and purposes. And then swipe at Tiny. Or he could do the same to Rorik, or he could do the same to Martin. Fledgling A is going to come in and maybe swoop somebody as well. Let's say that prepare the swoop is 1 to 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's say it's 1 to 6 is swoop, and then let's roll 1d12. So 1 to 6 is swoop, 7, 8's Tiny, 9, 10 is Rorik, 11, 12 is Martin, 5, he prepares the swoop attack. So he's going to fly up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? And then he's going to be up like this. And we're going to mark off he's purple. He's now out of attack range for everybody. So Hunter A gets ready for the next one. Fledgling A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think he's going to go Rorik or Tiny. Low or high, he goes for Rorik. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And he's going to move there. That's where he will be vulnerable at that point in time. I think the group has enough on their plate, though. I don't think they necessarily go after that guy. And he will take a swipe on the way past at Rorik, but he will miss Rorik. Done. So he swoops by, Rorik ducks out of the way, and it is Martin now. Now, the only good thing about them swooping and swooping by and around is he's also not maintaining a zone of control. Like, he is not holding Martin down because his intent is to fly by. So Martin can move if he wants to. What is Martin going to do here? Martin could go 1, 2, 3. So after ducking out of the way of this attack, he sort of rolls 1, 2, 3 and maybe stabs this guy, tries to finish him. That is going to put him flanked by a lot of dudes, though. So I'm a little concerned with that. This is not... This is an obstacle, so I don't think he can go there. Or he throws, which he could. 1, 2, 3. What do you think? I want to save the throw for the other one. I'm still flanked by, but I'm not flanked by the fledgling. So I'm gonna roll up. We're gonna face toward Rorik here. We're gonna attack that hunter. We got 3 up. That's probably good. Our hunter, this is his 3rd attack he's taking. So I think he is going to be hit here. 3rd attack means he's an 8. Yes, Martin hits. Doesn't do a lot of damage because Martin does not do. He does 10 damage. I was going to say, that's not a lot of damage. It is quite a bit of damage, actually. He hits him for 10 in the chest. That's going to take him down. That takes him out. That is enough. All right, that was pretty good. Good job, Martin. So the hunter drops. And we're at round 3. Rorik turns. He's going to essentially see this guy swooping in behind him. He's going to move up, and he's going to try to, right? He's just going to go. Are we going to all out? I mean, defense. Well, we're down 10 hit points. So I mean, let's not be too freaking nutty here, right? But the extra 2 points of damage, like you might be able to gut that fledgling in one fell swoop. In which, because remember, you have to bring 2 of these down. Like, they can't flee. If they flee, we got to keep hunting, which is going to suck. So we need to get someone killed here. So we're going to fight with Wild Abandon and take our shot. All right, so let's take our shot. Oh, -8. Ugh, hell no. We're not taking it. We're rolling tactics. We're going to actually burn the tactics. Tactics burn. We re-roll. 0. That's going to hit. That hits our fledgling. And Rorik rolls damage. Oh, 4. +2 because he fought with Wild Abandon. So Rorik, I'm going to put the mark on him. And we're going to put the, I don't even know, the muscle mark on Rorik there. 6 points in the 9. The gaunt only takes 4. Sometimes the best laid plans do not work out. Fledgling B is going to just use his momentum, and we're going to allow him to, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just to keep him on the board. He's going to wheel it around. So he keeps that low, but he swipes Rurik on the way past. Rurik's defense is -2. That doesn't matter. So we're going to say that Rurik sort of almost prioritized getting out of the way a little bit, and so got only a glancing blow. Hunter 2 is off of the initiative board. Old Ted takes a shot at Fledgling A here. He misses. Tiny is going to bleed. Oh God, poor Tiny. So not great. Not great, Tiny. So we're going to roll 2d6 now, for one for each bleed. And his bleed goes up to 3. He loses 2 hit points. Now he has bleed 3. So Tiny is quickly bleeding out here. Hunter A I'm going to say 1 through 6 Tiny, 7, 8, 9 Martin, 10, 11, 12 Rurik, because he sees that Tiny is weak and he wants to end this to drag Tiny off. So he is going to try to finish Tiny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does he do a grab maneuver, which we'll say happens on a 1 in 6, or does he fly by? 7 flies by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And he is currently hittable. And he swipes by Tiny. And he hits Tiny. Tiny's going to try an inspiration here to get him to re-roll. And he might have missed now. So his attack is a 14. Tiny's defense is a... What is Tiny's defense, guys? Tiny, what's your defense, man? Tiny's defense is a 12. So it's a 14 to 12, which means the guy hits. Unless Tiny spends... Oh, and he's injured. Oh, he's impaired. No, because his defense now is an 11. He doesn't just hit. He hits... So he has a 14. Right? Attack 14. Let's make sure. Attack 14. Flies down. Smacks into Tiny. 14 to 11. If it was 14 to 12... Tiny spends his last inspiration to up his number by 1, and he would have been missed. But because he is injured, his impairment, he's going to be hit. He can't get out of that. Oh, that is unfortunate. All right, Tiny's hit. The hunter does damage. He does 6 damage to the 7. Tiny's going to take his 6 damage. Tiny needs medical attention. That was Hunter A, by the way. Oh wait, no, yeah, we did Hunter A. Tiny needs to, yeah. So Tiny actually does get to act, I suppose. So we sort of skipped him. What I'm going to do is say this. I'm going to say that Tiny, so he's already bled, so we can't bleed him again. That would not be fair. But we're going to wait Tiny after Martin. We say he saved his phase, and he's going to go after Martin so that Martin can theoretically possibly heal him or whatever, that kind of thing, right? So Hunter A goes, Fledgling A goes, and I think Fledgling A is going to regain his altitude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't like that. 1 through 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't love that move, but I'm gonna stick with it. He is up in the air now. He is unhittable, Fledgling A, above the tree. Oh, okay. Well, I do think that Martin needs Tiny up. So Martin will drop his stuff at his feet and spend his round medically treating Tiny here to stop the bleeding. But even at a DL8, that is not going to do it, is it? No, because we do not have quite enough medical. I suppose we have to burn an inspiration, unfortunately. And we do get it. So let me get Martin up here. And he does have 2 from his day. 1. So there you go. So he burned the burns an inspiration to wrap Tiny's leg up there. So Tiny is no longer bleeding. But he is still impaired. Okay, so Tiny is gonna. Okay, Tiny is he's gonna go for it. We've got to finish. We got to get this. If we can get the hunters out of the way, the fledglings probably don't stick around. If we can knock them to 50%, maybe they have to make a roll at least. I mean, 50% of their. If we kill another one, but I think Tiny's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, with the idea that he is going to sort of leap and smash this thing. He's got to make an athlete check to get over this obstacle. And he is not going to do it, is he? His athlete is good. It's an athlete check of DL8. His athlete is 13. Okay, so 13 plus his 7 is a 20. 8 plus 12 is 20. So he does make it, so that's good. So he leaps over. He has hit with Brawl, that is true. He's going to take the shot. Let's see. Let's see if he can make it happen. Ugh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. What is Tiny's attack? Tiny's attack is a 13-12. Okay. Plus 2 because he is, so 14. So he has a 14 because he's flanked. Flank that guy. So 14 flanking him. His defense is a 13. We're going to miss by 1. Does Tiny have an inspiration left? If so, this is probably the time to use it. If you're going to, yeah, so I think he does. He does. Oh, because we didn't use his inspiration. We used tactics. Tiny's going to use an inspiration and up that to hit. 3 damage in the 7. That's 1 point of damage. So that, it was so literally the thing's flying away. He takes a glancing blow. That was a lot for a little for Tiny. And we're at the end of round 3. So we are going to now roll 4d12 for the party. So we have Rorik is not fatigued. So let's do, I'm sorry, Rorik, Martin, Tiny, Old Ted. I don't think anybody's fatigued. So there we go. And Rorik is up. Same thing, I think. I think we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, we need to charge 5. That's not great. Oh, -8 is not going to do it. Does Rorik have inspiration? I think we are burning inspiration now. Yep, he's going to spend it and re-roll. Ooh, -3 is not going to do it. Rorik's attack is... So this thing is second attack. So let's take a quick look. Let's do math. Rorik's attack is a 13. It's a 12 because of the War Mace. It's a 14 because he's flanking. I think that will hit because this guy is on his second defense. He's down to a 10, so he is hit. Rorik does 6 in the head. That's 7 in the head. Which is not great because this thing has 5 armor in the head. So he does 2 points of damage. And the concussion doesn't work because although I haven't written it down, I've always pictured these guys can't be stunned or dazed by hits to the head. Right? Makes sense. They are woodpeckers, effectively, of people's brains. I think he is going to come up to Martin and sort of fly down. So he's actually he's on the ground now, fledgling bee. And he will try to rake Martin with his talony foot, and he misses Martin. Old Ted puts his back against this tree here, like he is sort of hunkered down, back against tree. I don't know that he's going to do anything. I think Old Ted's going to hold his phase until after the hunter, which means he's going to be a 7. So he lowers his initiative and waits. Hunter A. One to 6 flyby. So 1 to 6, and he gathers swoop, or he attacks. 8. So he's going to attack. Does he attack Rorik or Tiny? I think we're just going to do, again, 1d12. Low is Tiny. He does attack Tiny. He's going to try to finish Tiny. Because if he can just get him down, he is going to eat the heck out of him. He's going to grab him and take off. So he's going to go. I think he's just going to rake, though, and just going to swipe at him. And he's going to hit. And I don't think we actually have... He does 2 damage to the 10. Not enough. He mins it. He mins that damage. Tiny lives for 1 more round, man. And that was Hunter A. I don't know why I closed that. Old Ted is now still going. Old Ted is going to wait for Fledgling A, so he is now a 6. And Fledgling A is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's going to whirl around and swipe at Martin and end up there and on the ground. I keep doing that. Or not on the ground, but near the ground. But Old Ted is going to roll initiative off against this guy. So roll 2d12. Old Ted is first. And he goes, so what that means is, so Old Ted held his phase, And he's waiting. Fledgling Ace swings around. Old Ted's going to take a shot while he's in the air, and he's going to try to preempt him from hitting Martin. So we're going to let him do that. He has not been super lucky at it. They have a dodge of 9. Old Ted is going to, as he swings around, he's going to hit him. Like, let's say right here. So he hits him there. Old Ted does 2d6. 5 in the head. So nothing. So that actually is fairly useless. And that dude ends up exactly where he ends up. It bounces off his head. And he flies past Martin and takes a shot and misses Martin. Martin is not super thrilled about his fighting 2 of these guys, but such is life. I think Martin throws the chill potion. Martin's throwing is... What is Martin's throwing? Martin's throwing is 11. Fledgling B has an 8 dodge. That's what that asterisk means. And he's on the ground, so he doesn't get a plus. So he's actually hit. So Martin hits him, and that is 2d6 and chill. Martin does 10 points of damage to the where? Right in the wing. So he actually does 10 points to the wing. So he takes him down to 14. And that is a wound in the wing for a fledgling, because the fledglings are 7. It's a 2-die wound to the wing. So unfortunately, roll 2d12. 2 11s. Ooh. So this thing freezes his wing, right? Like, horribly freezes it. Starts to maybe shrivel and crack, and the skin cracks, and weaken, bleed, impair, and shock 2. So that does even more damage. So roll 2d6. That's 11 points of damage. Roll 1d4 for the winded, because that's a special rule on NPCs. He does 12 more damage. Takes him down to 2. Impair 1, bleed 1. And I mean, I'm tempted to rule that sort of takes him out of the right. It makes him unable to fly, takes him effectively out of the fight. But we'll give him a moment there. So at the very end of the round now, Tiny's going. And it's second defense of this thing. Tiny did live. Let's give him a shot. He hits and auto wounds it. He hits for 5 damage only. So 5 damage, 28. In the arm. So there you go. And it is a wound. It's a 1-die wound, because anytime you roll a 12 on your hit die, it is a wound. And that arm, it's an 8. He does impair 1. Oh, and that was round 4. Sorry. So this is going to be round 5. We'll let Rorik go here. What do we got? Oh, Fledgling B. Yeah, that's him. So we're gonna let Rorik go. Rorik's gonna take his shot. Rorik's going to miss. Does Rorik have Any more left, or is he done with? You know what? We're gonna go to 0. Reroll 1. That's gonna hit. This thing's impaired now. Its defense is 13. Rorik has a 12 attack, but his defense, he's -1 because because he's impaired. Yeah, Rorik is gonna hit. Rorik's gonna do 16 in the arm, so in the wing. That's pretty awful, actually. So 16 damage in the wing is going to bring him to 12. They have no armor on the wing. So 9, 12, 15, that's a 3-die wound. And so we can do 7, 6, or 11. We're going to take the 11, of course, and that's going to cause all kinds of issue. Weaken 1. Oh, it's not winded. Okay, anyway. Weaken 1, bleed 1, impair 1, shock 2. So this guy gets, I think, 1 hit point back because he was not winded. He was weakened. And weakened instead gives you a W there. You do less damage now, effectively. Technically, since they don't do damage with their arms, instead they fly, we're going to say he's unflyable. Similarly with this guy, he's no longer flyable because he's going to take bleed 1, impair 1, shock 2. Let's roll the 2 shock. 4, only 4. Brings him to 8 though. He is now bleed, impair 2, weakened. And I'll be totally honest, I think I'm calling it. I think with that, yeah, there might be some incidental damage, but these guys are unflyable. I think Fledgling A takes off, and then those two get tagged and killed. So let's quickly figure out who has what going on in terms of injury. So what do we got here? We have Tiny does have, so he has 12 points of wound, and then a few points. He has 11 points of non-wound damage. So Tiny will shake off. I think D8. He gets 3 points back. So he's up to 13. Injury, just minor, is 8. And that 12 is a wound. So we're going to have a little bit of healing to do, which I will do. I'm going to assume that we have killed probably 2 of these, if not 3 of these. Those guys probably get dead. And we will, I think I'm going to figure the healing offline here. And then we'll get, we'll come back with our party sort of working the spoils of this fight. And hopefully getting back to, what's her name? Yingvalda. What's her name? So there you go. That was the fight. That was about as dangerous as that could have been, I think. Rorik took 10, and he actually has the ability to shake off as well. So I think he's going to do that also. Let's do that real quick. He shakes. Oh, I did a 6. That's not okay. It needs to be a D8. He rolls a 1. Of course he does. So Rorik gets a hit point back. And I will put his minor injury is what? How many points is he down? He is down 9. He actually has 9. So I'll put 9 down. 31 of 40. So Martin will have to deal with both of those before we make our way back home. But the hunt was successful. So that's it. Thank you for. I know it's a lot of combat. We're gonna head back to town here and get moving. So thanks a lot, guys. I will talk to you later.